man, salute to Kenyatta, man. Just been following you for a minute from watching the videos, and
So,
man, just glad that I finally got a chance to do the interview that I've been wanting to do for a while.
right, nah, man, it's all good.
Yeah, you've been dropping a lot of dope knowledge, a lot of good information to the people. So I have personal questions that I wanted to ask, and I kind of asked my crew around me if they had anything they wanted to ask too. So I
Oh,
just
nice, nice.
shoot off with these questions. I said, from
I
the
see you in the
top,
barbershop. I
you
see
see,
you in the barbershop. What's up with
hey,
that? That's just,
hey,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
got them skills. I got them skills.
Oh, that's what's up. That's
That's
what's
the
up,
aspect of
man.
the architect, man.
Oh,
So
yeah. So
yeah,
we
I've been
family, one barber to another. So you already
yeah,
know.
just been building up the clientele, man. Wind up losing a lot of
That's
customers.
cool.
It's a
That's
rebuilding
cool, man.
process. It
That's
stopped
nice. Dope, man.
real late, man. So I just want to start off, man. Like from the time you started as a barber, what changes have you seen in the industry?
Man, I've seen a few changes. I know that, one of the main things is that, there's a lot of barbers and beauticians that build their clientele now through social media.
Yeah.
And, it's a bigger platform. It's a bigger play to, like, showcase your work on social media,
Mm-hmm.
opposed to how back in the day, you just had to have your little photos, and people when they come in, they can see your little book or whatever you're doing. But
Yeah.
nowadays, it seems like it's a lot easier to develop clientele just showcasing your work. I think that's the
Mhm.
big difference. That's
Yeah.
the big difference. Which is a plus on many levels. Now I do know that, even when we took pictures of our clients back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
it was sort of like we had to learn how to negotiate and kind of like not really bribe people, but like get people to come in. So it was a lot more of communication at
Yeah.
back in the 90s, and
As opposed to
even for
seeing.
as opposed to now, like we had to really like talk to a client and make a client feel comfortable verbally,
Yeah.
opposed to them actually seeing a picture or seeing that we have all this stuff on social media.
Yeah.
So I think like both of them are benefit. There's not one that's greater than the other. But
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, if you mix the two, you can really build your clientele.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, out the roof.
I'm really seeing that. I guess I'm seeing that with my brother. He has his own media company.
Okay.
Well, he does a lot of graphic design and print work. So I've seen him use social media and grow and expand with the crew around him. They've really grown their own businesses individual
No.
as well as a collective. Do you have any likes or dislikes with the technology now?
Not really. My only thing is like I see that, and speaking for myself, I see that social media can definitely be a distraction.
Yeah.
It can take you away from what it is you really need to be doing. So what I do is I set my timer to specifically only being on there at a certain time of the day or at a certain time, and not just go crazy, just flipping through pictures and going through people's
Yeah.
pages,
Yeah.
wasting idle time, because, you can't get that time back. That's your most precious commodity. The
Time.
time you spend, anything you do with your time is precious. So if you're spending it doing stuff on social media, unless you're doing something business wise, it can take away, it can lead to distraction, can lead to, a form of poverty, so
Mm.
because you're not taking care of what it is you're supposed to be taking care of.
Yeah. I can I
Yeah.
can
So,
I can see that. I kind of see that a lot on my own. You know what I mean? Where it's
right.
like you can look at one picture and then you're looking at 10 or 11 more pictures and then
Oh yeah.
you
Oh
stuck.
yeah, man.
You stuck.
Especially if it's some pretty girls or something on there, you stay stuck, man. You get to
What?
flipping and you like damn, 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 and then, or whatever it is you like,
Oh,
even for a girl looking at dudes, I guess, it's like, and that's the hope. I think the purpose of social media is really to connect with people because, social, you're being sociable.
yeah.
But the only thing about it is, real social skills are built in the streets and
Yeah.
in face to face, and that's what I was saying about the 90s, being a 90s barber in comparison to being a barber in this late,
This era.
2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just different, man. It's like going to the club, macking at, hollering at girls, opposed to meeting a girl on like one of these
Yeah.
online sites, getting a
Uh,
date.
hey,
I come from the era where you had to use your mouthpiece to really
you
make
better
things move.
you better talk. You better
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
yeah.
Because a lot of these dates, I'm sure nowadays they get with the person through social media, online, and then they get in front of the person, they don't really have anything to say.
You don't have
So
it, man. No conversation.
shy, whatever it may be, you know,
Yeah.
it's like that's cool, but you know, you definitely have to develop people skills and how to talk. Really, that's very important.
It's a real facade.
Oh yeah, wait, yeah, you already know.
Yeah. What drove you to establish the brand Hip Hop Motivation?
Well, initially when I came up with the idea for Hip Hop Motivation, it was one of the slowest days I ever had in the shop, you know, and what I did was I had time to write, and I'm a reader. So one of my favorite books is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and
Yeah.
I thought to develop a project called Think and Ball Out,
Okay.
you know, and which, you know, is not all the way like Think and Grow Rich, but it's my own version of it. And I came up with this idea to write a project, and I just started writing at my station. I was just writing, you know, something that I love to do besides reading. And I came up with an idea to produce this project or put this project out through a company called Hip Hop Motivation, because
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of the hip hop culture.
Yeah.
You know, it is a culture. You know,
Yeah.
I love everything about it. You know, even some of the bad stuff. You know, I like the grimiest hip hop to the positive hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, but for me, I can decipher between the two, and I know what's right and wrong. You know, because you know you need both to exist in order for it to be a real big genre as it is.
Yeah.
And so I developed that name, and I was unfortunately, that turned into be fortunately, I was shot on the same day I came up with the concept for the book. The same day I came up with the concept for the name of the company, which is Hip Hop Motivation.
Dang.
And I was on my way to cut Method Man from Wu-Tang Clan, and I didn't make it to cut him. You know what I'm saying? I was shot 6 times, and you know, basically left for dead. You know, in that situation, cops came up and harassed me.
Yeah.
It was an ill situation. It was very reflective, laying there face down on the concrete, and just really realizing that I was looking at no more tomorrows. And
Yeah.
so it turned me into, I would say, a crocodile in my approach towards business, as far as towards any project that I developed. You know, not really a lion. You know, most people look at the lion as being the most ferocious, but the crocodile is relentless. It don't matter even if a crocodile's ate already, it's still going to go forward and attack you. It's going to get you.
Yeah.
You know, a lion, you might be able to survive around a lion if it's ate already. You know, so for me, I just took the crocodile approach and stepped up and kept moving forward, because before this, you know, I wouldn't say more of a procrastinator when it came to something outside of barbering, but you know, like you get comfortable. You know, my clientele was at an all-time high. My shop was, I had 21 people paying me booth rent on Crenshaw, you know, and I'm doing sets and I'm doing all types of stuff. Like I was straight.
Yeah.
And what happens is, you know, a lot of times we're afraid to test something else out because we're so comfortable at the ease of what we're doing, you know. And so for years I would come up with ideas and I just wouldn't do them. But at this point, you know, then bullets woke me up to the reality that I had to step into this.
Damn. I hate to hear that. And
yeah. But it was fortunate though, because it gave me a chance to really look at what's important. You know, like my family, first and foremost myself. And then, you know, family, and just looking at, you know, if I was to die that day or if I was to die today, have I done everything I was supposed to do? Did I really accomplish my goals? Did I accomplish my dreams? Did I put my mark here? You know, and so that's where I came from. I didn't leave my mark. I didn't do anything. I haven't developed anything beyond doing the haircut and doing those well. And that was it. So I just stepped into it, man. You know, and I started right in the hospital. When I got out, I continued on.
You kept going.
Yeah, absolutely.